Hello and welcome to Shanghai Eye. Monday through Friday on Dragon TV, we'll bring you stories to explore and decode China. I'm Chen Xuan.
Hi there, I'm Wang Ying. We'll look at business, tech, art and culture and sports and everything going on here in Shanghai. 2025 marks the 55th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic ties between China and Italy. As a special cultural program, the opera musical The Divine Comedy has toured China for the first time, bringing Dante's epic journey to the stage. More Italian musicals are also in preparation.
700 years ago, Italian poet Dante Alighieri created an epic journey of the soul in his long poem The Divine Comedy. In the story, Dante travels through Inferno, Purgatory, and Heaven. Now the epic comes alive as a musical for the first time on the Shanghai stage.
Guidami, maestro. Guidami. Non sarà semplice. Io
La persona che non è su un piedistallo ma è vicino alla gente con i problemi della gente. E vogliamo raccontare del momento drammatico in cui Dante si trova nella sua vita e di come ne esce fuori attraverso tutto il viaggio che fa attraverso inferno, purgatorio e paradiso, che è quello che ha scritto Dante. Lui era in un momento non bello della propria vita e ha deciso di scrivere e attraverso la scrittura ha fatto terapia ed è riuscito ad uscirne fuori.
The show blends different musical styles and arrangements, reflecting Dante's own diversity of language and expression. The musical begins with Inferno, where the driving beat of rock and the power of electric guitars express the struggle and pain of the soul. Then in Purgatory, the music turns softer, with touches of pop melodies.
Nell'inferno piango per il dolore delle storie che ascolto, perché sono veramente forti. Si parte da Francesca, un dolore legato all'amore, arriva a Pier delle Vigne, Ulisse, fino ad arrivare ad Ugolino, il più forte dei dolori che possiamo avere in questo spettacolo, ma credo anche nella Divina Commedia, perché è un padre che vede morire i propri figli, che non è una cosa naturale. Nel Purgatorio piango meno e poi nel Paradiso di nuovo sono sempre in lacrime sono lacrime di gioia. Cioè sono lacrime di felicità, di avvicinarsi a scoprire se stesso e a superare lo scoglio che stavo intraprendendo nel viaggio.
Una strada di tipo lirico perché la partitura è scritta per un soprano lirico e il regista mi ha dato delle indicazioni chiare per far sì che io potessi con la mia voce dare un calore grande a Dante e poter esprimere l'essenza di Beatrice. È sicuramente strettamente collegato all'opera lirica ed è l'unico personaggio che all'interno di questo spettacolo ha questa tessitura vocale proprio per esprimere la verticalità del paradiso.
我觉得那么大的内容去改编成一个2到3小时的一个音乐剧的一个内容的话，其实不简单的。
就觉得就是一些精神内核，还有一些哲学思想被这个音乐剧阐释就比较有意思，然后就来了很多次，然后歌也越听越好听。
I have read Dante's Divine Comedy several times. In fact, I used to teach the Inferno to high school students when I was down in Shenzhen. And I think it's really important to come and support them and obviously get the benefit of watching their performances as well. But I think it's really important here in Shanghai to kind of keep its international flavor.
For this China tour, the musical features 3D projections and mechanical stage designs, along with over 200 embroidered and beaded costumes.
Che questo spettacolo sia più di uno spettacolo. Io penso che questo spettacolo sia un dono in un momento storico importante, che sia un dono che insiste sulla via della seta e su quello che ha fatto Marco Polo quando ha conosciuto il vostro paese e quando l'ha fatto conoscere a noi italiani. Quindi direi che il cuore ha una parola. La parola è amore, ai, si dice, mi sembra, no? In cinese. E la cultura, la bellezza, la poesia, l'amore sono un ponte che non si distrugge.
那未来呢，我们现在也尝试将创新新的一些意大利的音乐剧制作，包括利玛窦，包括马可波罗音乐剧，也是在筹备和计划当中。年底的时候就会有普契尼音乐节的几部大制作进来，然后明年也会有是图兰多100周年，我们正在制作图兰多100周年纪念版。
While Tick Tick Boom has been performed in Chinese before, this is the first time the musical arrives in China in its original English version. The tour debuted at the Shanghai Opera House and will travel to 9 more cities across the country.
Turning 30 can feel like hitting a wall, as if one more step could shatter your dreams. That's the heart of Tick Tick Boom, the musical about a young composer racing against time in his cramped New York apartment, juggling side jobs while he chases his dreams of making it to Broadway.
Which he could very easily do. He could very easily be very successful making stuff that people have already done, but it's often the new things that are unfashionable and unpopular, and that is what is authentically him.
I think living in the world that we live in right now, to tell a story of people who are struggling with financial versus emotional problems, it couldn't be more relevant and it couldn't be more pertinent. And I think audiences in London or Shanghai or New York or Buenos Aires, I think it's a universal story. Everyone will get it. So I'm hoping that audiences will understand it and love it.
Originally an off-Broadway musical, Tick Tick Boom premiered in New York in 2001. Now for the first time, the show is being performed in China in its original English version, reimagined as a large-scale stage production. Backed by a live band and enriched by subtle lighting changes, the stage itself becomes part of the storytelling.
The story has its bright moments and its dark moments, but we wanted the set to have a brighter kind of feel to it and a juxtaposition to the story. So the set is kind of like a sunset, New York sunset color. We wanted the lighting to reflect the thoughts of the characters.
After Shanghai, the show will go on to tour 9 other cities, including Beijing and Shenzhen, with a total of 70 performances nationwide.
The first Shanghai International Snow Sculpture Exhibition is on display at the L+ Snow Indoor Skiing Resort. Over 20 artists from Harbin Ice and Snow World spent a month transforming 4,000 cubic meters of snow into massive sculptures, including a 20-meter-long, 5-meter-high scene of Lujiazui skyline.
Remember the giant 18-meter snowman that wowed Harbin last winter? Now, Shanghai's Lingang Special Area is showcasing its own icy marvels, snow-sculpted replicas of the Lujiazui skyscrapers, including the Oriental Pearl Tower.
It's so amazing, again, coming inside and then seeing all these things, these landmarks of Shanghai, especially made out of snow, is really cool. And I just really wasn't expecting to see how amazing it is.
I think that's really cool because you do always hear about like the Ice Sculpture Festival in Harbin and stuff when you come to China, but that's only such a limited time in the year. And I've never had the chance to go to Harbin during that time of the year. So it's kind of nice to see the Shanghai skyline, which I'm so familiar with living here and things like that.
Visitors to L+ Snow Park can see these snow sculptures until November 2nd. The snow artists from Harbin's Ice and Snow World have also built replicas of the Lingang Twin Towers, Germany's Hohenzollern Castle, Austria's Anker Clock, and a statue of Denmark's Hans Christian Andersen.
我们做之前查了好多相关的资料，了解一下这个上海的三件套，因为我来过上海好多次，但是有些像那个什么平起子呀，一些外号，我确实也第一次了解。
整个造雪雕的难点的话，主要是造雪量的问题，因为我们是全球最大的室内雪场，所以拥有多台的造雪机以及压雪车，所以说在1个月的时间内，我们陆续造雪4000立方米，在国内的室内雪场来说，也是绝无仅有的一个数据。
During the exhibition, there are light shows every day. L+ Snow is also holding a variety of snow sculpting activities at irregular intervals.
这个是浪浪山小妖怪里的黄鼠狼。这里我们也来过好几次了，但是这个好像是第一次玩到。
We're trying to do an N and a Z for New Zealand because we're from New Zealand. It's been great to come here and experience this. It's not something that we've ever experienced before or had the opportunity to do. So this is really fun.
Since its opening in September last year, L+ Snow has welcomed over 1 million visitors, with a single-day peak of 15,000.
Pam from South Africa asks, what if my passport expires but my Chinese visa is still valid? Well, if your passport is close to expiring but contains a valid Chinese visa and a residence permit, you can apply for a new passport and keep the old one. When traveling to or in China, present both passports using the new one for identification and the old one for the visa and residence permit. As long as your details match in both, you will be allowed to enter. Even if the old passport is marked cancelled, such as with the hole punch, the visa and residence permit remain valid. Hope that helps.
If you've got any questions for us, you can find us on all the socials and all our content online as well.
Well, we'd love to hear from you, and do join us on Dragon TV Monday to Friday.
Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
Bye.